Hi everyone, and welcome to Eat Secret. Today we're making round bath bombs in aluminium moulds, and I'm going to show you how to place your embeds in there, your embeds that make a nice coloured bath water or a nice bit of bath art on top of your on top of the water. If you want to see me making the embeds, I'll put an information card in the top right hand of the screen right now, and you can go and watch that first if you want, and then come back to this video afterwards. The fragrance we're using is Comforter from Oasis Oils, which is a dupe of the Comforter Bubble Bar from Lush. I have had the Comforter Bubble Bar, but it's such a long time ago that I can't tell you whether this is the same or not. But it is a lovely fragrance. It's very bubble gummy to me, so it's quite delicious. What we've got in here is 2.4 kilos of bicarbonate of soda. We have 20 grams of SLSA, we have 24 grams of fragrance oil, 24 grams of carrier oil, and we have 30 grams of witch hazel. Now, when you're making a bath bomb, and a bath bomb is going to stay in the mould overnight, the bath bomb can swell up in the mould, so if you add too much liquid, i.e. the witch hazel or water that you might add instead of witch hazel, it makes it very, very difficult to unmold the bath bomb. So I've worked out the 30 grams in this recipe. You might hear me saying different quantities in different videos, and that's just because I'm either doing a 1.2 kilos of bicarb, or I'm doing a 2.4 kilos of bicarb, or I'm doing a 3.6 kilos of bicarb, or in the Snow Fairy I was doing 4.8 kilos of bicarb, so that's why it sounds different if you've heard me say different measurements. So what I'll do is put the measurements for what I'm using in today's recipe, so that would be 2.4 kilos of bicarb. So in the 2.4 kilos of bicarb, so the other ingredient we've got is we have citric acid. We've got 1150 grams of citric acid, which I've actually ground up in the Vitamix. Vitamix is great for grinding up your citric acid. I haven't ground it to an absolute powder, but I've ground it in between like the granular and very fine powder. I think it works quite nice like that. Now, I'm going to sound a little bit muffled now because I'm going to put my mask on, because when you sprinkle citric acid and it gets airborne, obviously you're breathing it in, and it really can make you sneeze or cough. So I might not speak from now on because I'm going to put my mask on. I've also got goggles on to stop the powder getting into my eyeballs. Now I can actually take my mask off now because the citric acid is well mixed in with the powder. And what you'll notice, a good tip for you if you're making bath bombs, you never want to be respraying your mixture. That's just a no-no as far as I'm concerned. That's a tip from me to you that you might not get elsewhere. Adding more liquid will just interfere with your bath bomb. It might make your bath bomb fizz slower, it'll make your bath bomb harder, that's for sure, and it'll make it much harder to unmould out of your aluminium mould. If you're making plastic moulds and you're leaving the bath bomb in the plastic moulds overnight, same thing. If you're going to unmould right away as soon as you've pressed the bath bomb, then a little bit more witch hazel is actually a good thing. But you need to get those into a cool room as soon as possible to harden up. That'll stop them expanding. So it's we just need to make sure that all of the powders in the recipe that you had there, every single grain is mixed with the citric, because that's where your action comes from, and the science of your bath bomb is where the liquids, the bicarb and the citric fizz together a little bit. That is actually what's happening. Even in this powder, you can't see it. If you can see it, then you've done something totally wrong, like added far too much witch hazel. But it's that little bit of fizzing that makes your bath bomb bind together into the perfect consistency to press into a mould. So, oops, when I took my mask off, my goggles have come up onto the top of my head, so I'm just moving those down onto my eyes. Right, we're using Comforter fragrance today, which is from Oasis Oils, and this is a dupe of the Comforter Bubble Bar from Lush. I have had the Comforter Bubble Bar before, but can't remember what it smells like. It's such a long time ago. But this predominantly is like quite a nice, lovely bubblegum scent. So I'm going to open my bag so that I can just dip in there and get my Embeds out. And I'm doing teal today. Teal with pink is absolutely beautiful. You'll know if you've been watching Eden Secret for years that one of my favourite colour combinations is pink and green. And teal is just a really deep turquoisey green. So let's start pressing some bath bombs, shall we? So we'll just start by adding some of the powder in there. And you just want to spread them evenly throughout your mould. Now you can actually put them off centre if you want, but try not to put them too close to the edge because we want to conceal these embeds. We don't want to be able to see them when the bath bomb's made, so you get that surprise when you put the bath bomb in the bath water. Of course you fizz away pink at first, and then it changes into this gorgeous teal with the pink. Looks absolutely beautiful. And I just thought pale pink would be lovely because I've got my flirtatious bath bombs which are really vibrant pink along with purple. And most of this is for a wholesale order. Are you taking them? No. Do you want it? Oh, you don't need any, do you? Yeah. Thank you. Right, so let's get these pressed. So I thought it would be nice to have a pale pink bath bomb as well. So let's get these pressed, shall we? So I'm just going to sprinkle a bit more on top of there. Then I'm going to take the other half and I'm going to gently squeeze. And that's it. That's one bath bomb pressed, and you'll see that you can't see any hint of those embeds in there anywhere. I haven't decorated anything inside the bath bomb because I'm going to decorate them with mica after we've unmolded those tomorrow. So these will stay in the bath bomb mold all night, probably for 24 hours. It can be different lengths of time. Sometimes you can unmold sooner, sometimes you have to leave them in quite a bit longer. It just all depends on the temperature and all different things when you're making bath bombs. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple process. Now what I'm hoping will happen, because I'm only putting these embeds in one end of the bath bomb, I'm hoping we might get a bit of spinning action in the bath water. I'm not sure, because I'm not the world's greatest bath bomb maker by any means, but I'm hoping it knocks the balance off, because the embeds are on this side and there's no embeds on this side, so I'm hoping we get a bit of a spinning action going on. Okay, so I'm going to continue with this, and I'm going to speed the video up now until we've got all the way through all the powder that we've got in this container. But before I do that, you'll notice that when I'm making bath bombs, I actually start at one end and I use the powder from there. Try not to touch any of this, and while I'm making the bath bombs, I'm not lifting it up and mixing it round, because you're getting a lot of air into it that way and your mixture will dry out. And if you're making a larger batch, which this is, it's probably a small batch to some people, but I call this a larger batch, all the moisture stays underneath this top layer of powder, so you'll never need to respray this bath bomb mixture, and you don't want to ever be doing that. Just because you're actually changing the recipe, and it can create other issues, and you don't want to do that. Right, now we're going to speed the video up. Okay, so the next part of this video, we're going to make up some mica sprays. We've got 2 spray bottles here, 2 spray lids. I'll put a link to the company that I get them from in the description box below, but it seems I haven't got any at the moment. They're out of stock. Just going to use a lolly stick to put the mica into the bottle. But first we're going to pop some isopropyl alcohol in there. And I'm using two different colours. I'm using blush pink from Mica Mama. Just want a lovely pale pastel-y pink and a lovely pale pastel-y blue. So this is Neptune Blue from the Soul Kitchen. So we'll just add the pink colour first. Give that a shake up. Then you just want to test to see if any colour is coming out of there. So just spray it on some kitchen roll. There is some coming out, but I have a feeling no, what's all that happened there was some isopropyl alcohol in the tube on the pipe, so we're okay. And just do the same with the blue one. So say we're putting about a teaspoonful in there, heaped teaspoonful. Yeah, we've got our blue coming out through well as well. So always pop the lids back on any containers, because you guarantee you'll knock them over while you're working. Okay, let's spray some bath bombs. So I'm going to spray the pink on first and then the blue, because the majority of the bath bomb is pink, and I want that to be sort of on one side and then the blue for the contrast on the other side. So just spray it like so. Just going to turn that around and spray the blue on. And that's what you end up with. Nice and simple, nice effect, because it gives the bath bomb a beautiful pearly finish. Always give your bottle a shake before you spray. And that just mixes all the mica in with the rubbing alcohol, because it does settle down onto the bottom of the bottle really, really quickly. Pink and blue is another one of those gorgeous colour combinations that really works, like pink and gold, pink and green, pink and blue. just gives it that airbrush look if you haven't got an airbrusher. And the good thing about having it in a spray bottle is you've got a lot more of the paint in there than you would have in an air sprayer. Plus you can just pop them on the shelf, the bottles on the shelf, and they'll be fine there, left there until the next time you need to use them. Sometimes the powder can get stuck in the bottom of the tube that's in the bottle, so what you can detach that tube. So all I do is I just detach it, and I'll put a piece of a guitar wire through just to get rid of any mica that's actually stuck in that tube. It's pretty easy. So you can see with some of these bath bombs I've made here that some of that turquoise, the teal from the Embeds, is actually showing through, and that's just because I put 3 in there. Probably too big to totally hide them, but it still looks really cool and gives a really nice effect. And as soon as they hit the water, that blue is going to start seeping immediately as soon as you put them into the water. So if you're interested in purchasing any of our products that you see on these videos, I tend to just do limited editions of everything. So if you see something in a video that you want, you're best to get on the website and get it bought straight away, because it might not be there for very long. Some items stay there for ages and some don't. So there you go, a dead easy way to decorate your bath bombs. And we'll see you for the next video, which will be coming up very soon here at Eden's Secret. Hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye bye for now. you.